Bulldogs, Michelle, they are coming in red hot.
Well, they have been barking as of late. The last 3 games, look at that team batting average, well over 400. Batting average with runners in scoring position, well over 500. It's the 11 extra base hits. Hey, Jess, they can hit some dingers too. They've got 3 home runs and those 11 extra base hits, 26 runs. So this is a Georgia offense that can do damage as well. And they're going to need to do it against Miley Huachenio.
We put the highlight there on the bottom of the lineup. The last 4 were spectacular. And Emily Digby had a 3-run home run in their win yesterday over LSU. They took down the Tigers 7-3. Randy Rolling was outstanding in the circle. She will throw again tonight for Georgia. And her counterpart for the Sooners is Miley Huachenio, the transfer from Ole Miss. (14-2) on the season with a 3.05 ERA. And some smoke there to blow it by Kirsten Roos in the leadoff. 17th start of the season. Her next strikeout will be her 100th. She's got 2 wins against Georgia from that regular season series. One was a run rule. The other 2 games were tight.
Well, Huachenio is a good matchup against against Georgia because she is strong coming from that right side, and Georgia has just 2 lefties in their lineup. So once you throw that curve, can go to the opposite side as well as come in.
Kirsten Roos was a star at Coastal Carolina for 4 seasons, now in her 6th year of college ball, and living it up in Athens. 344 batting average on the year. Tried to hold up on the swing and does not, and Huachenio starts out with a K.
Well, Miley Huachenio has a lot of different tools that she can use. She's got a great rise ball at the top of the zone, a lot of hop, gets a lot of fire and rotation on that ball, but it's the changeup that helps set up that rise ball, and you can see the changeup using that again for the first strikeout of the game against Roos. She hides that pitch very well for her 100th strikeout of the season.
And here is one of the lefties, Jaden Goodwin. The other, Natalie Ray, will hit in the 9 spot tonight. Senior from Paris, Kentucky, back in her home state. Graduate of Bourbon County High School, home of the Colonels. .415 batting average. Her teammates lovingly call her Shorty. Launches that one out to right. And on the run to make the catch is Ella Parker, 2 down. Sarah Gordon is the senior from Lexington, South Carolina. 1 for 4 with an RBI last night in the LSU win. She hit 400 with a home run in the Oklahoma series.
The only home run that Georgia had in that series. The Georgia team, as somebody talked about, with a ton of power. Oklahoma did a good job of keeping at least the long ball. Sarah Gordon, 10 home runs on the season. That's a lot of doubles. 3rd in the SEC with 16.
Well, that'll be one of the keys for Huachenio, is that she has given up 19 home runs this year, so keeping the ball in the park is a big part of the scouting report for her, as well as using that changeup. She's been using it a lot more as of late and very effectively. She throws it about 35% of the time.
Gets Gordon to pop it up out into shallow center, and back on the grass is Agbayani. Sooners picking up the bats when we come back, led by Kendall Wells as the home run chase continues. was Kendall Wells in the Georgia series, passing Jocelyn Alo for the new Oklahoma single season record. One of the several that she has stacked up. And there you see the Oklahoma starting lineup with all the home runs they have hit this year. From top to bottom, everyone's been involved. Wells will bat second behind Kai Minor. They start out with 2 freshmen at the top, both of whom were just named to the top 10 finalists for National Freshman of the Year honors, in which Kendall, of course, would be the heavy favorite to win. SEC honors will come out tomorrow, and it will be very interesting to see who wins Player of the Year, Pitcher of the Year, Freshman of the Year, Coach of the Year. Randy Rowling will get the start in the circle for Georgia for the second night in a row. Threw a season high 130 pitches yesterday. Got a big win against LSU, and they're going to roll with Randy.
She's animated. She's herky-jerky at times in the circle, wondering what she's doing. She just plays with a lot of passion and energy. Those dog coaches love it.
Guy out of Irvine, California, had the 3rd best batting average in the SEC this year, hitting .438. Doesn't walk a ton, doesn't strike out a lot. She likes to swing the bat.
She's one of those we've talked about, bat-to-ball skills. She can hit bad pitches well. She will chase a little bit. High contact percentage.
Full count to Minor, reaches for it, then sends that one out to left center all the way back to the wall. And the stand-up double to start it for the Sooners. And here comes Kendall Wells. Laura Espinoza hit 37 out in the 1995 season at Arizona. Wells one away from tying a mark that has stood for 3 decades. Trying to end her longest drought of the season. It's just 4 games. That's how consistent she's been.
Ball. And the biggest question is, are they going to throw to her? You got first base open. That's the thing with Kai Minor hitting a double instead of a single. It's almost a detriment to Wells. We've not seen A&M wanted nothing to do with her last weekend.
She went 1 for 7 with 6 walks against the Aggies.
Ball's out.
And that's the pick your poison of this Oklahoma lineup. If you do walk her, then you've got Parker with 21 home runs and Garcia behind her with 22 home runs.
3 players with 20 plus, 7 players with 10 plus. They're hitting on average 3 homers a game. And a likely ball 4 coming to Kendall.
Yeah, if you're this backward in the count, you just got to put her on the first base open.
She will have the green light if there is anything over the plate.
Ball. 2 on with nobody out for Ella Parker.
And all the attention that Kendall Wells has gotten, you forget that Ella Parker is actually the best hitter in this lineup without a doubt. I mean, what she's done even the last 2 weeks, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs.
.421 on the season for Ella. Has a hit in 7 of her last 8 games, 3 home runs, and 7 RBI. Look at the season OPS, nearly 1,500.
She's so quick. Let's pitch on the inner half, and she is just so quick to explode and rotate around that ball.
Not even like inner half. That's
Yeah.
like corner of the plate, and she was able to get enough barrel to pull it foul. Saw off most left-handed batters.
Rolling ahead 0-2.
Ball's out.
Ella does have a home run off of Randy during the regular season. She was 4 for 10 in the series. Goes the opposite way down the line and sprinting, and it's off the glove of Goodwin. Here comes Minor to score, and it bounced over the side wall into the bullpen. I believe Minor will still be able to come in with the game's first run, and they'll hold Wells at third. RBI double Ella Parker.
I mean, first of all, it's a great read by Goodwin to be able to even get to this ball, but her glove just glances off. We've seen left field really struggle, not even so much the sun right now, but right off the glove, and then she kicks it over the fence.
I don't know that I've ever seen it foul. We've seen ball go off the glove for a home run,
Yeah.
but not pick up and into the bullpen or out of bounds.
I think the official scorers are taking another look at it, and that will be the second extra base hit of the first 3 Sooners that have come up. RBI number 61 for Ella Parker.
Just the craziest thing, going off the glove and then out of bounds.
So 2 in scoring position here for Gabby Garcia. Three home runs, 8 RBI in the Georgia series. She's top 5 in the SEC this year in home runs, slug, and OPS, having a dynamite year. Member of the U.S. national team this coming summer. I think they're saying that that's going to count as a conference for Oklahoma because Parker came over from second base to talk with Wells and Patty Gasso. So here's Garcia. Sooners can do damage quickly here tonight in the quarters.
Ball.
Up and in. Three hitters in a row that hit 20-plus home runs. Rolling catches the corner.
Garcia's already homered off a ruling earlier in their series, just a couple weeks ago. So many lefties in this lineup too, 6 of the 9. They hit left-handed pitching just as well as right-handed.
Chases out of the zone, 1 and 2.
Yeah, and that's typically not the case, Jess. Normally it's that lefty-lefty matchup favors the pitcher. Just how skilled this lineup is for Oklahoma.
Ball's out.
2 and 2.
Ball's out.
And now the count goes full. A run up on the board here in the first for Oklahoma, outscoring opponents 107-19 in first innings this year. Not done yet. Garcia launches that one to right center. Back to the track, and that will score a pair. Diving into second with a 2-run double.
How about the adjustment for Gabby Garcia? Remember, pitch up and in. She swung and missed for strike 2. They throw away, then they come right back to the swing and miss. This one a little bit lower, but still, Gabby Garcia using the adjustment with the top hand to be able to meet a pitch she had just missed to now drive it into right center and score 2 more.
A 3-run first with nobody out. And here's Lexi McDaniel, just the 5th to the plate. She gets the start at first base tonight. She started the A&M Game 3, the regular season finale last weekend, went 2 for 4.
And this is just how explosive and quick this offense puts runs up on the board.
Check swing back to Rolling, spins and fires to first. Garcia over to third with 1 down. Cassidy Pickering. Patty Gasso excited to see how Pick does here at the SEC tournament. Really struggled down the stretch. In fact, did not get a couple of starts, was used as a pinch hitter primarily in the Georgia series, and then had a base hit and a home run that the Sooners hope will springboard her. That came last weekend against A&M.
Patty Gasso said she found it, and it wasn't really anything mechanical, but kind of goes with everything. You get the big home run, the single that she had.
A two-time All-American, trying to hit her stride again heading into the postseason. With Garcia down at third. One, two from Rolling. Nope. Ball. Pickering protects.
And that's where the left on left works so well. Pickering hitting that off almost the top of her bat because it's tailing away. I want to see Randy Rolling be able to go back up and into these lefties. You know, Gabby Garcia made that adjustment and got the double, but it's such a great pitch if she is going to go away with that curveball.
There's another one foul.
Rolling taking a little bit off that pitch, trying to get it to sneak past Pickering.
Sooners, of course, were co-champs last year with Texas A&M. The championship game got rained out. A 20-win season in the league, the first since 2018 in the SEC.
Yeah, that's the location right there for Rolling. I know it's a ball, but it helps change that eye level. And you see Rolling kind of shaking it off. Like, and it backs Pickering off. I mean, that was up and in hard.
Cassidy works the count 3-2 from 0-2.
Ball down.
Missed it away. Second walk of the inning. Trouble early for Georgia, and they've got arms up. Presley Harrison out there, Ada Little. A couple of freshmen loosening up. Has Destin Howard there in the background, the senior.
Ball down.
Ilan Agbayani has moved up into the 7 spot in the order tonight. Dropping down the bunt. The throw to the plate, errant. No tag was made on the runner either as Garcia scores, and the Sooners have a pair in scoring position. Novickus in decision, initially went for the tag and then saw the runner heading home.
Yeah, the freshman over at first base needs to get it out on this. So she goes after and decides not to, but she doesn't reset her feet, so she's not in a proper position to throw home. Look at her shoulder, and so she's in a bad position to throw, just nowhere on line. Miller, it's an impossible throw to try to make a catch on.
And that was a safety squeeze too, so there was hesitation from Garcia. She wasn't going like a regular squeeze.
4-0 Oklahoma, and a pitching change for the Dogs. New pitcher is Presley Harrison. It's another squeeze, and this time they're going to get the out at home. Good scoop from Lindemuth to Marissa Miller, and the tag applied.
Well, this is all about reading hands and seeing what Barker's going to do, trying to put this ball down. Great job by Lindemuth to scoop it over to make the tag on Pickering as she's coming in.
I think Patty Gasso is considering a challenge. And it looks like they're going to back away from that.
Patty going to the short game, something you don't see a whole lot of. 2 consecutive squeezes, one a safety, one a straight suicide squeeze. Things that she might be able to implement in the postseason, trying out right now with her team.
So 2 down, and Abby Dayton is the 9th to the plate. So Randy Rowland gets the start. They go to Presley Harrison. Tony Baldwin did tell us this week they would love to be able to rest Addison Fisher, get her ready for the NCAA tournament. And he thought maybe Harrison would have to play a larger role. So here she is, her 23rd appearance. Dayton, the senior from Riverside, California. Batting average is up, her power numbers, production, all up. Takes a strike at 3-0. And a smile. Full count. Harrison out of Boxley, Georgia. Did not pitch against the Sooners during the regular season. Dayton sends that one out to center, and Natalie Ray has the cover. But all 9 come to the plate, and they get 4 across home plate.
Well, Kai Miner gets it started with the first double, and then they go a little opposite field. Ella Parker joining in, and a top pan from Gabby Garcia. Sooners up 4-0 here in the first.
guys already have heard about Kendall Wells and what an incredible home run hitter she is, but maybe people don't understand just how emotional this game is playing against Georgia. That's because she grew up in Bogart, Georgia. It's only about 10 miles away from Athens. I Googled it. It is 21 minutes away from the softball facility in Athens. So I've had a lot of people in Athens really sad that she didn't stay home and she went to Oklahoma. She actually was a Georgia fan. We've got some photos of her at the football game. It says former Georgia fan. I don't know if that's technically true, but she is wearing the Sooner uniform tonight, much to everyone in Bogart's chagrin.
Once a Georgia fan, always. You just got to own it. You're in a Georgia jersey.
Unless they're playing OU.
Yeah.
She is, of course, leading the charge for this freshman class. It is the most productive in the country.
Time, you got it.
Great portal pickups last year. A couple more this year, but the portal last year and then the rookies this year. And, of course, in Norman, they don't rebuild. They just reload. Winners of 4 of the last 5 national championships. And this is her swing against Georgia. Pow. Boom. And another.
80 miles per hour off the bat. By the way, a hard hit is classified as 65, so it shows you how hard she can hit a softball.
And a strikeout there for Wachinho.
And she's also really talented behind the dish. When we were talking with Patty Gasso, she was mentioning that obviously everybody knows Kendall Wells because of the home run, but she is so talented and athletic behind the dish. She still pitches and strikes for her pitchers, throws out runners, blocks balls, just super athletic.
Well, look at the stolen bases. Opponents are 4 for 7 on the year.
People aren't even trying
Yeah,
to
I was
run.
going to say, first of all, they're not trying. And there's been base runners. I mean, Oklahoma's overall ERA is higher than what it's been in the past. So it's
The
not like no
highest
one's,
that it's ever been, yeah. There's Tyler Ellison. In fact, Patty Gasso asked her team this week, have we peaked yet? And they all said no. Need all 3 phases cooking at the same time on a daily basis.
She said the defense has been cooking all year, but the offense and the pitching need to be more consistent, which is insane that they've broken the home run record.
Yeah.
They've won all the games that they have.
They're trending up. Up, up, up.
Maybe they'll get better. But it's true. Your own enemy is yourself, and you've got to treat every game like that. How can we improve internally, not so much look at the team that you're playing against?
That was a huge deal for them last week, as Ellison is the first base runner here. You know, they had weather issues in Texas A&M. They had to win a doubleheader last day of the regular season. If they only won one, they'd have a share. If they won both, they'd win it outright. And Patty said they wanted it. They wanted it outright all to themselves, and they got it with a doubleheader sweep. And so now they find themselves in a position to try and become the 5th team in SEC history to win back-to-back tournaments and the 3rd team in SEC history to go back-to-back sweeping the regular season and the SEC tournament.
It hasn't happened a lot just because of the competition. This tournament is always just a battle.
Ball. Too low.
But back to your point about, you know, the peaks and the valleys, offensively, I think is what this team is known for. Always a Patty Gasso team, good defense. But I think what she really wants to see sharpen up are the free passes and keeping the ball in the park from the pitching staff. 105 walks now on the season for the pitching staff.
Ball up.
And they've given up 52 home runs.
6 balls in a row, and that will get Jen Rocha out for a chat. And that'll get Patty talking with the defense.
Well, and you always see that. Whenever Jen Rocha goes out to talk to the battery, Coach Gasso will come out and talk to the defense. A little bit about positioning, where she wants everybody out. His left side to the pool side, his right side up the middle.
I feel like she might be making a joke right now.
That's a possibility as well.
We're all smiling and laughing. And then she's talked about how this team Had a lot of fun. How much more quote-unquote girly they can be.
Bling, right? They have lip gloss is very important to them this year.
32 years at the helm of the Sooners. She will guide the United States into the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028. Hoping for Wachenio to throw a strike, and she does. Here's Marissa Miller stepping into the box. Gets her to chase out of the zone, 2-2. Marissa, the senior from Sewanee, Georgia, was 1 for 4 in the LSU win. And here's the group that was dynamic, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 runs batted in the LSU win. Bottom got it done. Back-to-back 3-ball counts. Gets her to pop it up. Agbayani on the grass has it. 2 down. That'll bring up Bailey Lindemuth, the sophomore from Burleson, Texas. A part of the winning Red Raider team against OU at the World Series last year. Was at Texas Tech as a freshman. Thought it was fitting after the OU four-peat, coming back to try and win a 5th, that both Texas Tech and Texas, the teams that reached the finals, had to go through OU to get there at the World Series.
Felt like that was a championship in itself. I mean, to beat OU in Oklahoma City, something that had not been done in 4 years.
She just hit in the first inning, and well, the top of the order's coming up in the second. That's how good of a first they had. And a 4-0 lead.
Ball's out.
Lindemuth hitting .400 in her last 10 games. Getting ready for the postseason. She had a hit, scored a run last night. 9 seed beat the 8 seed, so technically an upset. There have been more upsets than favorites winning at the SEC tournament this year.
Again, I think it just speaks volumes to the parity in this league, top to bottom.
In foul territory, giving chase is McDaniel. Gonna redo it all over again. Top of the order, and Kendall Wells coming up for OU. That was the record that passed Jocelyn Alo to #1 all-time at OU for a single season. And Laura Espinoza's number still out there, 1 away. Wells will come back around because for the 46th time this season, all 9 came to the plate in the first inning. In an inning of a game.
Ball's up.
And so Kai Miner, who led off the game, will lead off the second. And Wells is on deck. Kai doubled and then came in to score in that 4-run first. One of 3 hits in the inning. There were a couple of free passes. Had a runner thrown out at home. Tried a couple of squeezes, a little bit of everything.
And I love Kai Miner in this leadoff spot. Earlier in the year, it was Cassidy Pickering and Patty Gasso, JT Gasso decided to make a change and bring Miner up, and I just think it has made the offense explode.
Absolutely. I mean, she sets the tone up there. I love that she just hacks too, by the way, like right out the chute. She's not taking pitches. She doesn't need, she has such a quick hands, quick bat speed. You'll see her sometimes swing late and still get hits.
Patty reminded us today that she'll still write out a few different starting lineups, and depending on who the opposing pitcher is. Her lineup is by gut. Her son JT's lineup is all analytical.
Old school, new school.
Mother and son go back and forth on what it's going to be, and Miner says, I'm going to stay right here in the leadoff spot. As she goes yard, 5-0 Sooners. And we have just tied an SEC tournament record with a 27th home run. And we've still got 3.5 more games to go.
9th home run on the year. Kai Miner a double and home run in just 2 innings already to set the table for Kendall Wells. Saying, hey, okay, so I need one of those. What are we doing?
Guts and analytics are right in the leadoff tonight. So now can they go back-to-back with Kendall Wells? 1 home run shy of Laura Espinoza. Last home run was 20 plate appearances ago, and first pitch swinging hammers it to third, 1 down.
71 off the bat. Hey, when you don't see a lot of strikes, you come swinging at anything close.
One, yep.
And by the way, this is about 5 inches above the zone, but she doesn't want to walk anymore.
Well, that's going to be the hardest thing for the freshman, is going to be the patience to know when do you dive into a pitch and when do you just have to know, I'm probably not going to get a pitch.
Or you're just like, if anything is close, I'm swinging.
If it's not hopping, I'm hitting it.
Well, we've seen it over the years. You know, the likes of all those big Oklahoma hitters. Stacey Newman had to go through it at UCLA. Ronnie Nelson at Cal went through it. And certainly Lauren Chamberlain and Jocelyn Alo at OU prior.
Katie Cochran at Arizona State. They walked her almost every at-bat.
And then they pitched her and hit a home run. She was crying. Running the bases at ASU.
How about last year, Bri Ellis at Arkansas, right? They walked her, bases loaded, couldn't walk her. Pow. Salami.
Tournament.
That's right.
And for a strike to Ella Parker. RBI double for Ella in the first.
Ball.
Everybody clap your hands.
14 straight years with a conference championship. Well, 2 down as Parker strikes out.
Harrison's going to go upstairs with a rise ball. It's got a little up but a little away, kind of like a scries. That's just Parker swinging a pitch out of the zone. You don't see her do that very much.
Is ball 4? Seniors want to hit this inning. They don't want the walks. That first inning showing a little more patience, and you put up a 5 spot. Kai Miner sets the tone with the home run. Everyone wants to swing.
1-1 to Garcia, 2-run double in the first. Garcia, one of OU's 4 players named to the top 25 Player of the Year watch list. Garcia, Miner, Parker, and Wells. On our way to All-America honors this year.
Ball.
Miles an hour in there from Harrison.
Yeah, Harris been working that arm side of the plate really well, away from the lefties. He's got that natural pitch that blends out, screwball-like movement.
Pops it up to short. Side retired. So the home run for Kai Miner gets him to 174. They inch 1 in front of UCLA, who's just underway in the Big Ten.
Kai Miner, 7 of her 9 home runs, all to center field.
By T-Mobile, America's best network.
Kai Miner sends one out, a 5-0 lead for the Oklahoma Sooners. And now on the season, excuse me, that's during the regular season. They swept Georgia in 3 games. And now jumping out to the big lead here in the SEC tournament, trying to knock the Dogs out and get a date with Texas in the semifinals. And here's Emily Digby. Home run hitter, a 3-run shot against LSU last night.
Ball inside.
We had such a great interview with our SEC Now crew pregame, talking about availability and ability. How much she's been able to be available every pitch, not get stuck in the past, and then her own ability and letting that take over, not just as a shortstop, but as a hitter. In this 8-hole, being able to provide some pop this late in the season.
Facing Miley Wachenio, a couple of strikeouts, a walk. Georgia without a hit through the first couple of innings. Bottom of the order here.
Inside.
Missed it inside. You could hear Megan Raven. She's behind the dish. Anthony Small, Chris Neighbors on the bases.
Emily Digby with a lot of power. She's in that 8-hole, but last night going yard, getting a pitch on the outer half and just drives that ball out of the yard. A big 3-run shot that really helped put Georgia on top of LSU. Getting the chain.
See that pitch was too. I mean, up and away off the plate.
That's a fair ball inside the bike. Barker from her knees. Got her. That's why she's in the lineup. One down.
Patty Gasso talked about how important Sydney Barker is to this team. She doesn't really care what her batting average is. It's her ability to play defense. Goes down and gets us beyond the bag, the focus to keep her eye on that and get up in a strong arm across the infield. Barker to McDaniel for the big out.
Natalie Ray chases Parker back a few steps. 2 down, and it's back to the top of the order.
2 hard contacts, though. They finished first time through the order. Georgia having a few balls hit over 70 miles an hour.
Wachenio struck out Roos back in the first. On a chilly night here in Lexington, Kentucky.
Ball.
See if it impacts the bluegrass at all. Yeah, chilly. Maybe a little dew on the grass.
I guess those have been giveaways, those blankets.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Needed
The
them.
SEC tournament.
Oh, the heaters are on in the dugout.
That's why everyone's huddled over there.
Wachenio looking for a second 1-2-3 inning.
Ball out.
Just missed away. Two-two pitch. Got her with a changeup. And it is a 1-2-3 inning again in the third for Miley.
Wachenio really using that changeup effectively. Second 1-2-3 inning of the game for Wachenio, using the changeup for the second strikeout of the game.
Espinosa's record has stood since 1995.
37 is that single season home run record. Kendall Wells continues to impress. She's chasing history. But Megan Grant is right there on her heels.
Jordan Woolery not far behind her. Who's going to get to Laura Espinosa's record first?
Well, the home run chase underway today, and look at this update from the Big Ten. Megan Grant's first at-bat against Penn State. She hits home run number 36 and moves into a tie with Kendall Wells.
She hit over the scoreboard. It was a no-doubter. Absolutely crushed it into the night.
Wow, deep into the night.
This National Player of the Year race is going to be off the charts. Kendall Wells here at Oklahoma tonight, a walk and a ground out. And now Lexi McDaniel pops it up. One down. 5, 6, and 7 here for the Sooners. A 4-run first. They added another with the Kai Minor home run in the second.
We got 2 with 36, you guys.
Wow.
Like, this is crazy.
It is crazy.
Coming down the end of the season, both in their tournaments, heading into the postseason. And Jordan Woolery, by the way, right behind them.
Well, the predictions as the season progressed were they'd be headed towards 40 for a single season. Usually you have opportunities in the regionals.
Feels like 1998, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa. Ken Griffey was in that mix at one point, and that's Woolery bringing up the rear. But just neck and neck in a record that you didn't think was ever going to get broken.
Strikeout there for Harrison, 2 down.
Harrison continuing to use that screwball to the lefties in this lefty-heavy lineup for Oklahoma. You can see that rotation. It's got a little up, a little out, and Pickering is just going to chase that. Great look at that pitch off the hip. You can see the rotation. Nice strikeout for Harrison.
I love seeing sometimes that low home look because it takes you in the batter's box of what you're seeing. Sometimes you see a chase like that, you're like, why is she swinging at a pitch out of the zone? You get in the batter's box and it's like, buckle up.
Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on,
0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Good inning for Presley Harrison, but it's still 5-0 Sooners.
Harrison with the curveball working on the inner half. This time a couple of strikeouts for Harrison.
Presented by T-Mobile. I am here with Oklahoma Sooner coach Patty Gasso. And coach, what's it like in a first inning where you're really seeing the ball and you're getting a lot of productivity?
That was our goal, to come out and just kind of strike first, and we strike pretty hard and pretty often, so that's exactly how you want a team to start a game.
You went with Miley in the circle tonight. You said she's been finding her confidence. What's your goal for her tonight?
Just stay consistent with what she's doing. She's getting a few strikeouts here and there, but just giving us outs to work with. So it doesn't matter if it's K, it doesn't matter if it's a ground ball. We'll make the play. Just work to get outs.
Thank you, coach.
Thank you, Holly. And thank you to Patty. We've got another update from Big Ten country in the team home run race. UCLA has hit 3 in the first inning against Penn State. And so they have jumped out front in the team race.
This is crazy.
It is
At
crazy.
176.
The record was 161, and now we're here.
Blown through.
Just, I mean, and the fact that it's 2 teams, like, I mean, it's just unbelievable. And then we have 3 hitters going for the all-time record.
In the same year. I mean,
Yes.
it's just...
Jaden Goodwin goes deep. And a home run for Georgia to get the Dogs on the board. The ultimate ball whacker. That's what her coach calls her. And she's got her 10th of the season.
Jaden Goodwin, one of 2 lefties in this lineup for Georgia, is going to take a pitch on the outer half and just oppo it. And this is what this Georgia team does so well. They let the ball travel. She gets that barrel to ball for that 10th home run. Goodwin so good in that number 2 spot for Georgia. And that is the 20th home run of the year that Uchenyo has given up.
Ball inside.
So that's a new SEC tournament record with 28 dingers. And we still have the 2 semifinals and the championship game to go.
How many records can we break in one night? That's going to be another record.
Just piling them up.
Ball inside.
We are far removed from the late 80s when the great legendary pitcher that rakes Michelle Smith led the country with 9 home runs at Oklahoma State.
Oh, dear Lord.
She only hit 9 more than I did that year. And on the run is Ella Parker. Making the catch out and right. 1 down.
Yeah. That was... Can you imagine?
How many of those would have stayed in the yard if there was actually a fence in the outfield when you were playing, Michelle?
I think 5 of those I did have to like run it out. It wasn't over the fence. No, seriously, yeah, it was a different game back in the day where the ball was a little mushy. Bats were. I swung a 32-ounce bat in college.
What are these guys swinging?
Usually a 10 drop or more, so maybe 21 ounces.
Yeah, I would say the heaviest is 25.
Bat speed's got to be off the charts compared to what it was.
And the pop is there, so you don't need a heavy bat. You had to swing a heavy bat to make it go anywhere.
100%.
Here's Gabby Novickas. Boy, she launches one deep. And that'll get out. Second home run of the inning for the Dogs. And here they come.
First the senior, now the Froshy. Getting in on the action, getting in the chain. 2 home runs in this inning, and Novickas, instead of the oppo power, decides, come middle in, get in my kitchen. I'm going to take this out to the SEC set out in left field, 73 miles an hour, 218 feet. I want to know the exit velocity off of the set. It was crushed.
Good response from Georgia, and a 2-run 4th.
And this is the biggest difference between the 2 teams is Oklahoma has not allowed a lot of base runners, so these are solo home runs. So 2 big hits, but just 2 runs. It's a big part of what Oklahoma does.
Not sure what this discussion is about with the home plate umpire, Megan Rabin. And now Patty wants to come out to find out. So we have our rules analyst, Christy Cornwell, and this is a situation that has come up already once today. Christy, can you explain it to us?
That's correct. So when there is a home run, all the players that are congregating around home plate have to stay in foul territory. And we had a Georgia player that got into fair territory, and for the first offense, that's a team warning. If it happens again, it takes a home run off the board. So the home plate umpire is just communicating to the team that they've been warned, and so just to be mindful of not doing that in the future.
Thank goodness there's a warning, by the way.
Yes.
I mean, not that, you know, they should be doing it anyway, but still, I can't imagine taking away a home run because of an error.
Having
like
Appendix G flashbacks from the World Series. Pitching change coming for the Sooners. Dogs showing their fight as they knock out Wachenio. And the Sooners will turn to the freshman, Alyssa Parker. 5-1 on the season with a 3.37 ERA. Coach Gasso telling us today, likely we'll see her more in the circle and less at the plate moving forward into the postseason. She's been wearing both of those throughout the regular season.
Saying because she's so good defensively, hitting, she's getting pulled in different directions at practice, but this time of year, she's like, no, I want you in the circle. I want you to concentrate on pitching.
Parker does throw hard. She'll be in the upper 60s, but she has a knee buckling changeup that she'll throw in the mid to low 40s. She hammers that lower part of the zone with a drop ball that she throws about 43% of the time. But what you really, again, have to watch out for is that changeup. She throws that anywhere from 42 to 44 miles an hour, along with that heavy drop hard down. The freshman been, as you said, navigating all the workload of playing defensively, hitting. It's one of the busiest in all their practices.
So as Parker gets ready, we'll remind you that this is the schedule for tomorrow, semifinal Friday. Florida and Alabama tied with 6 SEC tournament championships, the most in league history. Will get us going at 5 Eastern on ESPN. And Texas, the national champs, await the winner of this matchup. 2012 is the last time that the top 4 seeds all survived into the semis. Been a whole lot of chaos in this tournament. 9 different champions in the last 11 years. 13 different schools have played in the finals in the last 11 years. Here's Tyler Ellison.
Ball's down.
Well, one of the things that Patty Gasso wants to see from her pitching staff is the pitchers work from ahead. When you work from ahead, you are in control. And this is a perfect example. Look at the batting average when she's ahead. It's under 100. Behind, it's over 400. And one of the things that you can't defend is a walk. You cannot defend a home run. And that's what Patty Gasso was mentioning earlier to Holly Rowe. You put the ball in play, she's like, I'm so confident with my defense, I know we're going to get outs. But you cannot defend a walk and you cannot defend a home run.
Ball. And it's a 4-pitch walk.
One thing I've noticed just even watching the SEC tournament for the first 2 days is how loud Georgia starts to get. That dugout, you give them some life, 42 home runs. Now a base runner following that on 4 straight balls. They're all up against that fence. You can hear them.
Here's Marissa Miller.
Ball's down.
Popped up to second her first time out.
Yeah, that's a good point. They have 71 home runs on the year, 100 less than Oklahoma, but
just a skosh.
But this is a team that is passionate. They love to play. They are loud. They're enjoying themselves.
They are battle tested. Their last 3 series, Texas, OU, and Florida. All schools that could be the #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. And they went 3-6 against them. Yeah. Got a huge series win against the Gators.
Well, and it's, iron sharpening iron. They talked about how, playing tight with Oklahoma, really helped lift their spirits in the sense that, hey, we were right there. We had opportunities, and they battled and walked off Florida. So this is a Georgia team that knows how to compete, knows how to battle, and so now we're seeing Jen Rocha out again, talking to the pitching staff, talking to Parker.
I'd like to track the strike-to-ball ratio post-Jen Rocha meeting. So we saw her come out in the second inning after a walk, and saw the starter, Machenio, just settle in, went strike, strike, strike right after that.
Yeah, she sets the standard for pitching coaches. Former Sooner. Around the Florida program for their national championships. Patty brought her back home. Cancer survivor from just a few months ago.
Yeah. Talked with her soon after she was back at the LSU series for started the SEC, was her first series, and she said it just gave her a whole brand new perspective, which has really helped her with the pitchers going out there. Sometimes we're in our own little bubble that we forget there's a whole world going on outside. Take the pressure off, just go out and enjoy yourself.
Not pitchers.
I know, right?
Look at that. It's a strike, first pitch. I mean, I'm telling you, track post-Jen Rocha meetings.
Kind of redirects them.
Big moment here for the freshman. Change up. Miller waits on it, but Minor, outstanding range out in center. 2 down.
And again, that's just the trust your defense mentality. Pitch to contact. She needed to bring that change up just a little bit more up. It was not getting called at the bottom of the zone. She does just that. Kai Minor, a great read. That might have fallen for a lot of other outfielders.
Ball, inside.
Bailey Lindemuth popped up her first at bat. A pair of solo home runs. Jaden Goodwin, Gabby Novickus, making things interesting here in the quarters. That changeup is in for a strike. Penn State finally got out of that first inning against UCLA, but down 4-0, and the Bruins have hit 3 home runs, including one for Megan Grant tonight. Lindemuth, Barker's gonna have to hurry and won't even bother with the throw. So a couple aboard, and look at this for Georgia. Tying run to the plate. And it's the home run hitter, a 3-run shot 24 hours ago to beat LSU.
It's probably been the biggest thing I've noticed with Georgia is how throughout the lineup, the power, the confidence, everything from their lineup has just increased. A lot of doubles throughout the season, but now the home runs are coming with a vengeance.
Yeah, just to your point, 96 doubles on the season for this Georgia team.
Look at Digby in the last 3. Money. 3 hits this inning for the Bulldogs. Tony Baldwin told us coming into the tournament, play with urgency. He's telling his team, show the folks how much you want it. Big for them, probably going to be a regional host, but success here at the SEC tournament would certainly iron that.
Digby too in this at bat, just track the ball late, everything middle to opposite field because of their timing window. Something that Tony Baldwin preaches, that it's not about swing path. That was something they focused on last year, getting underneath the softball to elevate did not work for them. So he's talking more about windows of time. Sounds very poetic, but it's actually just about being a little later.
Well, he mentioned, to your point, trying to change their swings a little bit, but they were thinking too much. And when you're thinking, you're stinking. We like you can't. You have to be reactionary. Let that ball travel.
Two and one.
and just the conviction for Georgia with their swings in this inning. The ability now with base runners on, a 3-run shot, another one back-to-back nights for Emily Digby. And this pitch, again, middle away instead of going opposite field with it like she did against LSU. She's able to pull this, still getting barrel on the ball, 74 miles an hour off the bat into the night. The Dogs just keep on coming here in the fourth.
And Jess, what I loved is the 2-0 pitch was a strike on the outer half, and she didn't bite at it. It wasn't what she was hunting. She let it go until she got the pitch she wanted that she could do damage on. And Digby goes yard. 10th home run of the year for Emily Digby. Second 3-run shot 2 nights in a row.
And it's the second pitching change of the inning. Sooners have to turn to Audrey Lowry. What a response from Georgia.
Yeah, Patty Gasso not messing around now. She's going to the ace, trying to give some other pitchers opportunities here in a postseason type atmosphere. But now that it's all tied up, Lowry comes in as the ace of the staff. Honestly, a different angle from that left side to be able to mix things up for a Georgia team that has come on fire here in the fourth.
Well, and ironically, you would think that the righties would match better against Georgia with 2 lefties only in the lineup. But Lowry is that ace. She's very composed, not a lot of emotion out there. She's really worked on her velocity this year and increased it up to the high 60s, low 70s at times. She's got that great spin, curveball, screwball combination. She'll throw that curveball backdoor as well. But she also has the ability to have that vertical separation with the rise and the drop.
How about the big inning here for Georgia? 5 runs up, 3 leave the yard. First Goodwin, then Novickus. And Minor runs out of room trying to chase down Digby's 3-run blast. Second time this year they've hit 3 out in an inning. First time was the first weekend of the season, and this one much more significant. Knocks the game up when the Sooners were threatening to run them out of town. So Lowry's first batter faced and gets the out. Retires Natalie Ray to end the inning, and Georgia, I think, wants to challenge.
The ruling on the field is that the runner is out at first base. Georgia is challenging the ruling on the field. The play is under further review.
The naked eye, it looked like they got her. Good play, by the way, by Agbayani. Yeah,
yep,
they get her.
They did.
But we've seen the balls have that extra hop here. Agbayani did a nice job of staying down, getting rid of it. Look at the room for error. It was a half a step.
Yeah, that's a very close play. If it's worth the challenge, you got him.
They'll lose 1, they'll have 1 left. Big momentum swing here in the fourth.
After further review, the call on the field has been changed. The runner is safe at first base.
Whoa.
Georgia retains their challenge. They still have 2 remaining.
So Georgia wins the challenge, and the runner is safe, and the inning continues.
Well, and I think the key here for Natalie Ray is look at her toe. She hits the very front of the bag. You can see the ball entering the back of the glove, but the toe is at the front of the bag. There was a review in one of the earlier games today where the foot of the athlete was on the top of the bag. She was out. This is just proper base running, getting to the tip or the front of that bag.
And this is why you use those challenges.
Let's bring in Christy Cornwell, our rules analyst. What do you think, Christy?
Yeah, I think that was a really close call. And what they need to look at is when the glove is closing around the ball and when we see compression on the base.
And did you see that before the toe touched?
I think it was a toss-up, so whatever they say, I'm going to agree with that.
Okay.
That's why I'm surprised they overturned it.
And did that hit her or hit the bat? That hit her.
The glove closing around the ball.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure where the evidence is to overturn that, but Georgia is going to run with it. And now a chance to take the lead. Goodwin to Agbayani. And that will be the third out to end the inning. But a big one for the Dogs, tying it up at 5.
Starting off with the senior Jaden Goodwin gets the inning going by hitting one out, a solo shot. Then the Frashi Navikas comes up and hits one.
Welcome back to the 2026 SEC Softball Tournament. You are watching on the SEC Network, presented by T-Mobile, and here with Georgia head coach Tony Baldwin. And Coach, you had a long conversation with Emily Digby before that at-bat, and she goes yard. What did you say?
Yeah, I would love to tell you it was great words of wisdom. I told her to get a good pitch and get her swing off, and she did. So she's in a good spot right now, and the swing is in a good place, and she's obviously seeing the ball well. So just happy to see her do her thing.
You brought in Harrison, and she's been really good in this circle since you brought her in. What stands out about her performance so far?
Well, they didn't get to see her last time, and I think her velocity's up, and she's been able to use her off speed a little bit better. And she's a real competitor, and she's got a bright future for us, and I'm just happy to see her out there doing her thing.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, a big night so far for Presley Harrison, the freshman. Our extra effort brought to you by Regions Bank.
Harrison coming in and really settling this Georgia team down, putting a 0 up in the third inning, a 1-2-3 inning, using that curveball, both sides of the plate. A really good screwball away from the lefties, a very lefty-heavy lineup for Oklahoma. So the freshman getting it done. No free passes, 3 strikeouts.
Has retired 6 in a row since the home run, 3 of those Ks. And a whole new ball game now behind her with the run support. And how do the Sooners respond? 8-9 and the top. Winner is into the semifinals against Texas tomorrow night. First semifinal will be Florida and Alabama, 5 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. Sydney reached down fielder's choice in that 4-run first for the Sooners. And diving grab at short by Emily Digby.
We talked about Emily Digby and her leadership 2 nights in a row with a 3-run home run. And then this. I mean, just a great read, but then all the way lay out. That ball, by the way, is tailing away from her glove. You see the spin on that? She stays with it. Beautifully done. I mean, that is a Superman, Superwoman dive to make a play and take away a hit from the Sooners.
And the way she rolls the glove over to keep the ball on it, outstanding.
Well done by Digby. So here's Abby Dayton.
What a great name for a shortstop, too, Digby. I mean, just, you know, the dig out balls, dig out whether it's a hitter, getting underneath and lifting it out of here.
Dayton flew out to center. The 5-0 lead is gone after a 3-home run, 4th inning for Georgia.
I'm not going to lie, after that first inning, it kind of felt like this might be a run rule win for Oklahoma. Just the way that their offense was going. Georgia bats so quiet early in this game, and then that's what Georgia has done, though. They'll put it on you, and they do it quick.
And Patty Gasso said, we like to play Georgia because we know that they are feisty. They're going to be in the game. They're going to battle with us.
They're not intimidated.
No. And she wants that. This is a young Oklahoma team as well. These sorts of games pay dividends to this Oklahoma team.
Good. Let's play.
Reaches. And Harrison continues to shine. 2 down.
How about Harrison striking out Abby Dayton, who does not strike out often. That is just her 7th strikeout of the year, chasing a rise ball out of the zone. Look at that late sharp movement, the way she's getting underneath that rise ball, reaching deep and from behind, lowering that release point. The freshman getting it done.
Back to the top and Kai Minor. Yeah, Dayton and Jaden Goodwin of Georgia are the 2 hardest to strike out in the SEC. Minor hit a home run off of Harrison earlier tonight. And that is the last hit. 8 batters ago for Oklahoma.
Such a tough out. We saw her double in the first, and then the second inning, when used to her ability opposite field. This is not a bad pitch. It's off the plate. Minor, her 7th home run to center field. She's got 9 on the season, but it tells you a lot about where she gets her hits. Right up the middle.
Swing and a miss. Harrison has struck out 5 and has retired 9 in a row.
Freshman Presley Harrison using that rise ball efficiently and effectively. Big strikeouts of Dayton and Minor to get out of the inning.
T-Mobile. How about 3-in-1 inning?
And she had a good one going oppo, and then 2 pulled shots. Novickus and Digby. The last one a 3-run shot. Big 5-run inning for Georgia. First 3 innings 0 for 9, 0 runs. Their bats were quiet, to say the least. And they came to life in a big way, the way that Georgia does things with that pop.
Well, we told you they were hot lately. Their biggest comeback of the season was last week against Florida when they were down 5 and they walked it off with a 10-9 win. Down 5 tonight, now they've come all the way back to tie it. The largest blown lead for Oklahoma last weekend against A&M. They were up 4 and lost game 1 of the series. Came back to win games 2 and 3 to win the regular season title. Sarah Gordon, 3, 4, and 5 to face Audrey Lowry. Not only did they score 5 last inning, but they left 2 on base, had a chance to take the lead.
And there's just so much offense in the game anymore. You're never out of it, no matter what the score is. Especially when you're having to go deep into pens and you're potentially facing a 2, 3, or 4 arm. You always have the ability to get back in games, getting base runners on, and obviously the story of the year is the home run ball. I see you smiling, Jess.
I'm gonna have to change the run rule. So you can score 8 runs really easily. It used to be out of reach. Once you scored 8, that's why the game would end after 5, but now it just seems so doable. Just look at the game this morning, Florida and Auburn. Was it 11 to 10?
10-9, 3-hour game, just about. Minor will give way to Parker out in right. 1 down. Parker is due up next inning with Kendall Wells and Gabby Garcia for Oklahoma. Here's one of the home run hitters last inning, Gabby Novickus. Audrey Lowry, the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Sooners.
Let me see that ball.
Somewhere Texas is watching, saying, play for 3 hours tonight. Use all your pitchers, everybody. That's right. Longhorns got a gem of an outing from Tegan Cavan. Leanne Good hit a home run.
Ball's out.
With her clean visor. Breaking news from Holly Rowe.
It really was.
The dirty visor was left at home.
Did you hear? She said I had a meltdown, but my teammates helped me.
Talk about superstitious.
She overcame. She's got home run dust now on that
That
new
thing
visor.
must have moved on its own.
I think one of her teammates stole it, threw it away.
The visor probably just said, I've had enough. I'm going to hide so you can't take me.
Peyton Henry talked about how much it smelled. He did like a whole thing on TikTok about it. The life of the visor.
Probably got its own Instagram page now. I love the wackiness of this tournament. I mean, Florida down big to Auburn. Auburn's got to win to get to the NCAA tournament. They take a big lead. Florida comes all the way back to tie it and then gives up the long ball late in the game. Jocelyn Erickson saves him with a deep ball to win it. Almost Auburn comes back to tie it.
So much back and forth.
And then Alabama against Arkansas strikes out 6 batters in a row, and then they just go on a home run fest and hit 4 out for what has proven to be the best hitting team in Alabama history. Ground ball to Garcia. 2 down. Kendall Wells is due up. If you're just joining us, she remains 1 shy of Laura Espinosa's 37 home runs in a single season. She is now tied with Megan Grant of UCLA, who hit one out earlier tonight at the Big Ten tournament. So can Wells get there first? We'll find out coming up.
On a marathon. Kendall Wells is a softball phenom in our sport right now.
And Kendall Wells will lead things off in the bottom of the 5th in a 5-5 game. One home run shy of Laura Espinosa's 31-year-old record.
What Kendall Wells are we going to get just within this game? We saw the patient Wells taking her walk, and then her second at bat, she swung at a pitch out of the zone first pitch, saying, I don't want to walk anymore. Imagine, because she's leading off this inning. Still probably not going to see anything good to hit. She has the highest chase rate on this team, so she will go outside the zone.
She's also hit pitches outside the zone for a home run.
Yep.
Like all good home run hitters, they can hit a ball or two off the plate.
Her spray chart is just remarkable. Almost even.
Her heat
right,
map,
center, left.
her slug is red everywhere.
It's from river to river.
Yeah.
From the Mississippi to the Colorado.
There you go.
Ball. For those of you just joining us, river is that spot between the plate and the chalk lines of either batter's box. Michelle Smith's invention, and a damn good one.
And we had to call it something.
2-0. Wells out to center. And the new center fielder, Delaney Sullivan, is under it, one down.
Can we just say that as soon as she hit that in the air, people just started going crazy?
Ooze, yep.
I mean, Delaney Sullivan ran in for that. It wasn't even going to go out, but just the idea that it was in the air, people got excited.
Here's Ella Parker. It is now 10 in a row retired by Presley Harrison, who is throwing the game of her life right now. And a career that is just getting underway for the freshman out of Boxley, Georgia. On in relief. After the Dogs fell behind 5-0. If they rally to win this game, it would be the largest comeback in the history of the SEC tournament. Ball. Parker right back to Presley. 2 down.
Presley continues to just really impress. Her spin rate is off the charts on a rise ball, up near 2,000 RPM. The freshman is just dealing.
Gabby Garcia. And so how important, you guys talked about it, not seeing a pitcher can be a big problem late in the season. So the communication from batter to batter, the eyes that JT Gasso and the coaches can get on her.
Ball's out.
Well, the advantage of playing a team for the 4th time, and by the way, 2 weeks, is always advantage hitter. So brilliant for Tony Baldwin to understand, okay, Presley Harrison, even though we're freshmen, they haven't seen her. So this is a whole new game plan.
Well, and the other benefit for Georgia, say, versus Oklahoma, when Oklahoma is prepping for this game, they're thinking rolling left side up, curveball, screwball, or Fisher hard down. You know, and now they come and they see Harrison, a freshman who's got a lot more up, rise in the zone when they've been looking a little bit more down, and that horizontal movement.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Garcia skies that one out to left center. And Presley Harrison has rattled off 3 straight. 1, 2, 3 innings.
CC now recapping this game and the entire day. What a nightcap for us, though. What's impressed you the most?
Can we just talk about Emily Digby and that home run to tie the game up? I'm on the edge of my seat, ladies.
Unbelievable. On the flip side, how about Harrison? 4 2/3, just 1 earned run. Unreal. It's just getting started, ladies. Take us home.
How's the dent out there in the back of your studio set? One of the Georgia home run balls nicked it. Here's what's at stake tonight. Could be the largest comeback in tournament history, and for Oklahoma, 10 years since they've blown a lead of 5 runs. It was 5-zip after 2, and then a 5-run 4th for Georgia. As we get a little later into the night, we go into the 6th. 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Marissa's 0 for 2 tonight. Change at first base. Bella Emmerling is out there for the Sooners. She would also be due up to lead off the bottom half of the inning. The Sooners looking for something to shake things up against Presley Harrison.
Well, and Emmerling has 18 home runs herself, so it's not just a defensive change, it's also an offensive change.
Ball. Rise misses. Full count. Miller lifts that one out to center. And the go-ahead run aboard for Georgia.
It's the first hit to actually leave the infield since Audrey Lowry coming into this game. Kind of off the end of the bat, you see Miller just go down and reach for this thing low and away. Continue to talk about their ability to track that ball deep, hit it middle to opposite field. Another example right there.
We get some speed over on first base. The pinch runner, Natalie Donaldson. Miller can re-enter. And it's Bailey Lindemuth, a pop-up and a single with a run scored. Off the glove of Emmerling, and both Bulldogs are safe. And the go-ahead in scoring position.
Interested if they score this, an error or a base hit. Not an easy play, but it's amazing how the ball finds you as soon as you get into this game. Bella Emmerling new to this inning, and it's a backhand play that she decides to leave her feet on. They do give it a hit.
Yeah, and I think the debate there is, could have Agbayani gotten to it on her feet behind Emmerling? That's where that communication comes in. Probably not. It looked like it was hit pretty good. Agbayani's got great range. You could see her going out into the grass.
And this is a players-only meeting. They get together in the circle, infield, and the battery. And I want to talk about Emily Digby because last night she hit a 3-run home run to beat LSU. Tonight she hit a 3-run home run to tie in that big fourth inning.
3-run shot in the fourth is the reason why we're all tied up here deep into the night. See how high she hit that. And a great play on defense. Looking down to throw a sacrifice bunt down to get runners at second and third with nobody out.
And it's a foul ball. Got some confusion out there on the field. Digby squares again and puts down the bunt. Barker's only play is to first. So the home run hitter comes back with the sacrifice. And the versatility of Emily Digby.
And you guys, this is so important as you head into the postseason to be able to execute in positions like this. And look at her teammates. Yes, you love a 3-run home run, of course. But that is a sacrifice right there from a home run hitter, which will be just as needed in the postseason as a home run.
Natalie Ray in the 9 spot. She has a single tonight. A 5-0 deficit erased and a shot at their first lead of the night. Against the OU ace, Audrey Lowry.
Lowry right now, ahead in the count 0-2. She has the left on left advantage too because that curveball is so good.
One of the 4 20-game winners in the SEC this year On the short list for Pitcher of the Year honors, with the likes of Jocelyn Brisky and Keegan Rothrock and Sage Marjetko. Ray showing some fight. Fouls off another one.
Battling on both sides of the plate. Defense for Oklahoma well in. Obviously defending, you can see the middles. Garcia, Agbayani pulled well up.
Swing and a miss. Third strike is dropped. They got to go to first to get the second out of the inning.
This is a great job, by the way, by Kendall Wells to be able to keep the runner at third base on a drop third and get the out. A lot of catchers would just not throw this ball, but watch her just look back the runner Donaldson as she comes out. Now this does get the hop outside of her glove, but watch her glare down there at third base saying, don't you dare. Still gets the out.
Roos, first pitch swinging right back up the middle. And Georgia takes the lead. We're going to try for another one as the ball squirts away from Wells, and they'll score two. 7 unanswered runs for the Dogs.
This ball, by the way, is smoked up the middle. Kirsten Roos, I mean, watch her eyes just get big and get this right past the glove of Lowry. Kai Miner does a great job of getting the ball in, and watch Kendall Wells just take her eyes off the ball. This is a ball she should easily get to. Probably go down as an error on Wells, allows the run to come in.
RBI single and the E2. And it is 7-5 Georgia.
And I love the way Roos comes up first pitch swinging. 2 strikeouts in this game, both on changeups. Wanted to see something early, attacks early.
Extraordinary turnaround against the top seed.
Dogs have been good with 2 outs. 4 for 9, 4 RBIs.
And it's been up and down the order. 8 of the 9 have hit tonight.
And you talk about situational hitting, right? So it's runners in scoring position, runners on, and also with 2 outs, because usually with 2 outs, that's when a lot of stuff is going on.
And the sacrifice bunt from the home run hitter. I'm telling you, that is going to be so key for this team moving forward. It's not just about the long ball. Moving runners, that's what got those 2 runners in.
Goodwin fouls that out of play. She had one of the home runs, got it going in the 4th.
Your towel battle.
So reminiscent of their home run, their World Series teams from years gone by. Scrappy, fearless, never out of it. Tony's working that gum. Goodwin chases Miner, and it's over her head. They'll add another one. RBI double, Jaden Goodwin.
Senior having herself a night. Had the home run back in the 4th. And then the changeup, which has been the pitch for Lowry this inning. She's gotten a lot of the swing and miss. And the adjustment that Goodwin makes on that pitch.
And on an 0-2 changeups.
Now this is also for Kai Miner, who usually reads balls very well. Watch her freeze, come in 2 steps, and then turn the wrong way. If she had drop stepped initially, she would have made that catch. So hard on a ball hit right at you, but that thing was smoked over 70 miles an hour.
Sooners don't have the answers right now. Georgia opened the game 0 for 9 And since then, 9 for 16. Six different dogs have driven in runs or hit home runs. Working on the biggest comeback we've ever seen in the history of the SEC tournament. Will OU have to turn to a fourth pitcher tonight? More activity in the bullpen. Here's Delaney Sullivan.
Ball.
That's Berkeley Zakay, the freshman. UGA making a whole lot of noise.
They're by far the loudest team here.
Ground ball to short. Garcia fires to first, and that will end the inning. But 3 more up for Georgia to take the lead.
Three more runs put on here in the 6th inning. A lot of hard hits after the big home runs in the 4th. 3 more for the Dogs.
Presley Harrison back out there in the circle for Georgia, now with a lead, 8-5. And what a night for her.
Oh, the freshman's been good. She's been using that rise ball at the top of the zone, hammering it up to 68, 69 miles an hour. But you also go downstairs, low 60s, has great ability to get hitters to chase out of the zone. In fact, she's one of the tops in the nation, a chase rate of close to 37%.
Look at the wins on the season. Missouri State, South Alabama, Mercer. And tonight she's retired 12 Sooners in a row. And that'll end it. Isabella Emmerling, the new first baseman, has the first hit since the minor home run in the 2nd inning. And the top seed won't go down quietly. Now can Cassidy Pickering keep it going? Struck out her last time up. Swinging at that first offering. Sooners got an earful from JT Gasso, their hitting coach, between innings.
Something you don't see from him mid-game like that. He clearly had a plan against Harrison. Brought the whole team in, was very animated.
0-2 to Pickering. Got her on 3 pitches. 1 down.
Now this is where Harrison's good. I talked about it just a moment ago, a 37% chase rate. So she gets hitters to swing out of the zone. Look at this screwball, the movement on this pitch. It's just gonna run away from Pickering's bat like it's afraid of it. Look at the way that movement late and sharp. Big out for the freshman.
Agbayani 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Misses away, 1-1.
JT, I mean, he is in their ear. And this is another reason why they want to be in this situation. A great opportunity to make in-game adjustments. The reason JT Gasso is normally not calling meetings at mid-game and in their ear because they are just dominating teams. Now a chance to be able to come from behind and make an adjustment on a pitcher they haven't figured out yet.
They average 10 runs a game. They may need that tonight. Out to left, 2 down.
Holly? Follow up on the conversations happening in this OU dugout. Like, it's not like rah, rah, rah. It's all the players just listening, shaking their heads. JT giving very specific directions about what he wants to see at their approach at the plate and trying to get some confidence into this team. This is not a typical performance right now from an OU batting lineup, and they are really starting to get frustrated with the players shaking their head, determined to change things right now.
Holly, it's the first time all season that the Sooners were hitless in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning of a game.
First time all season? Holy smokes.
I mean, that's how good they've been. And that's the job that Presley Harrison is doing against them.
And she's a freshman. And by the way, first batter she faced, home run. First batter she faced in the 2nd inning. She's settled in since.
You get Barker here, and Oklahoma only has 3 outs left to work with.
Coach Baldwin talked about her and said that she's young, but she's really good, great spin speeds. But when she develops and can use her changeup effectively, she's going to be lights out. She's learning to throw that pitch in the low 60s. It's been effective tonight.
Slow roller to 3rd. And we are going to the 7th inning with Georgia leading top-seeded OU 8-5.
The 2026 SEC Softball Tournament. Tournament on the SEC Network is presented by T-Mobile, America's best network.
Georgia with the 8-5 lead as we enter the 7th over Oklahoma. Looking for the largest comeback in SEC tournament history. And Oklahoma has not had a blown lead like this in a decade. Does this put their hopes for a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament in jeopardy with an early exit from the tournament? They've still got 3 outs to work with in the bottom. Winner gets Texas tomorrow in the semis, Florida and Alabama on the other side of the bracket. And that hits Gabby Novickus.
And I think it ricochets and it gets Wells.
Top of the order, by the way, is due up. Kendall Wells will have an at-bat in the 7th. Oh, gets them both. Gonna bring in a pinch runner for Novickus.
I mean, just look how excited Georgia's getting. The simple things, hit by pitches, sacrifice bunts.
Molly Mitchell is the pinch runner. This was a 5-0 Oklahoma lead in the 2nd inning. And then a 5-run fourth for Georgia with 3 home runs. They add on 3 more in the 6th inning. Tyler Ellison, apogee off the wall, and a long single has dogs on the corners.
It's been the early count attacking that Georgia's done a good job with. Looking for a pitch and hunting it, and keep talking about their swing path early in this count, just being able to wait on this pitch, middle away, owning right center field. Good job, by the way, by Kai Minor, because this should have been a run scoring. She gets this and gets it in so quick.
Yeah, and that's a pitch that's on the outer half. Typically, Lowry's a little sharper than that. That ball definitely leaks back into the zone, and it just gets hammered.
Tyler Ellison has speed, so the fact that that was only a single.
Yeah.
Testament to Minor getting that in.
And the 4th pitcher of the night for Oklahoma coming on.
I haven't seen Patty Gasso this animated in the game as well. We talked about JT Gasso with the hitters meeting, but right now has a lot of passion talking to her infield.
Lowry departs, Berkeley Zakay will come in. Just her 12th appearance of the year for the freshman out of Michigan. Florida rallied from a large deficit this morning to beat Auburn 10-9. And then Alabama hit 4 home runs. Jocelyn Brisky picked up her 21st win with a 3-hitter. They beat Arkansas. And Texas shut out Ole Miss. Tegan Cavan, the complete game, 9 strikeout performance. Semis get underway tomorrow, 5 Eastern on ESPN with a doubleheader. And then we lead into our championship Saturday. At noon, the Big 12 and the American Championships. At 2:30, the ACC and the Sun Belt Championships. And then at 5 o'clock on ESPN Saturday night, the SEC Final. Selection Sunday, 2 hours of coverage starting at 7 o'clock. Brooke Smith is the pinch runner over at first. And Marissa Miller, 1 for 3, a single and a run scored in the 6th.
Making sure they're on the same page for the freshman battery.
Ball back.
That's in for a strike. Georgia on the season, a big non-conference win over Nebraska. They have a win against Arkansas, Texas A&M, one against Texas, and a couple against Florida. And working on the biggest one of all as they tack on another run. RBI single for Miller.
That's a second hit for Miller as well. And after seeing 2 changeups in a row, she was hunting fastball, gets one down in the zone, drives it through 76 miles an hour. That's 10 above the hard hit starting rate at 65. Georgia just keeps on hitting.
Scoots away from Wells, and the runners will advance 60. So 2 in scoring position here for Lindamuth. Five different players now have homered or driven in a run. 8 have a hit. 8 different dogs have scored tonight. Not something the Sooners are used to. 11 runs by Arizona, the most they have given up in a game this year.
Well, there was a mindset. I mean, Randy Rolling and Tony Baldwin joined the studio post-game yesterday, and the girls asked Tony, hey, what does it take to beat him? And Randy interrupted him, was like, you can't beat us 4 times. I mean, she was adamant. This question is not for him, it is for us. And she's like, they cannot beat us 4 times. They beat us 3 times in the regular season, but good luck getting us a 4th time. Such conviction, that's what they're showing in this game.
Well, it's the fight too, right? When you have that conviction, you're gonna play a little harder, you're gonna be a little more focused, and even when you go down by a 5 spot, you're still gonna battle back.
If they do move on to play Texas, they lost 2 of 3, but all the games were close. 1 was extras.
Ball.
Again, the big hitters, the top of the order is due up for OU in the bottom of the 7th, including Kendall Wells and Ella Parker.
Well, it's always interesting when you come into a tournament like this. The teams that have played for a day or 2 prior, they're in, they're loose, they're relaxed, they're in a rhythm. Oklahoma comes in with the double bye. It's their first game, getting used to the environment. There's advantages and disadvantages to each, but it's always interesting when you see some of the upsets.
Well, this is one of the challenges of the double bye and having the target on your back. But so Texas A&M, the other co-champs from last year, they lost their first game here. OU threatening to fall into the same fate. Each of the last 5 seasons, the defender has bounced early.
That was a crazy stat, 5 years in a row.
This tournament has been nuts. Pop up to the left side, Barker with the first out of the inning. With a 4-run lead in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And now in the last 2 games, 1-1.
That is a testament to their pitching.
Ball.
And it's been a different story. That if you're gonna find a weakness for Oklahoma, it is that.
It's the ERA. Yeah.
And they've outscored everyone, so it's not something you talk about. They win games. Had to use 4 pitchers tonight alone.
And that graphic we just saw, that's previous. It doesn't include this game. If Oklahoma were to drop this game, they would go to 1-2. I mean, it's tough, but you know, the higher you get up the mountain to the peak, the harder it gets, right? And we're at that time of the year. And Patty, you know, Coach Gasso talked about it. You know, we need to be challenged. We haven't peaked yet.
Well, they have some things still to work through, regardless of whether they rally in the bottom of the 7th. Send it down to Holly.
Part of that conversation Patty Gasso had with her team was who's trending up. We're trending up right now, but who else is that we need to be concerned about? And the team said Georgia. They had just played them a couple of weeks ago. Georgia had battled back in some of those games, even though OU won and swept that series, but they knew that this Georgia team was difficult and trending in the right direction. I find that very interesting that even the players of OU knew that.
It's a good self-scout.
Absolutely, Holly. I mean, when you're out there on the field, you know your opponents. You know what they're doing. You're always keeping your eye on them and scouting them, scouting yourself. This is a Georgia Bulldog team that has always been feisty and continues to be.
Waiting on the change and going out to make the catch is Agbayani to the throw to the plate, looking for double play. Yeah, they won't get it, and Georgia tacks on another one. It's 10-5.
This is, first of all, an incredible catch by Alana Agbayani because Ella Parker is not able to get to this. Getting so deep and right. You see Georgia, just the celebrations continue. Watch Agbayani even get to this ball that hangs up in the air quite some time, but the amount of distance she covers over her shoulder and then the wherewithal to throw home, but not in time. Heck of a sacrifice fly.
Ruling on the field is that the runner tagged up at third base on time. Oklahoma's challenging the ruling on the field. The play's under further review.
That's the pinch runner, Brooks Smith, coming home from third.
Oh, yeah. If anything, it's a little late.
It is late. She also dodges a bat.
Yes.
This plate.
A great slide to the back of the plate.
That's got to feel so good, by the way. I mean, you get pinch runners coming off the bench. Such a team. We're seeing that more and more. All the pitchers that come in, runners, defensive replacements.
That's 2 pinch runners right there that scored this inning, Mitchell and Smith.
And just how excited their teammates are for them. They put in the work just like everyone else.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The runner left on time. It's Oklahoma's first challenge of the game. They have 1 remaining.
3 innings tonight with multiple runs scored for Georgia.
Well, it's interesting.
And 10 unanswered.
Yeah, you look at your scorecard. I mean, first time through the lineup, not a hit for Georgia.
No, 0 for 9 to start the game.
To start the game.
Ray took a swing at that, and backtracking as Miller back to third base wasn't going to make it in there. Wisely decided to U-turn it.
I think she had reacted. Initially, she definitely would have made it, but she was hesitant right from the get-go, and that's when you go back. You stay. Tony Baldwin's laughing like, yep. Every single one of these runs matters for Georgia. They know it. I mean, shoot, Oklahoma could put a 20 spot on you with the blink of an eye. That's what they're capable of in their offense.
Two strikes.
0-2 from Zakay.
Ball.
Abby Dayton, Kai Minor, Kendall Wells due up in the bottom of the 7th for OU. With work to do. Georgia, 2 more in the top of the 7th for a 10-5 lead. 3 outs away from knocking out the #1 seed. presented by T-Mobile. A 5-0 lead for Oklahoma early, gone by the wayside. 10 unanswered runs for Georgia. And looking for the biggest comeback win in SEC tournament history. Or will it be Oklahoma? It was last year at the SEC tournament that they trailed Arkansas 6-1. Rallied to come back to win it with a 3-run 7th inning. They need 5 to extend the game, 6 to walk it off. And they'll start with Abby Dayton. Presley Harrison has allowed 1 hit since the 2nd inning. And has retired 15 of the last 16.
That's a great take. That was the pitch Abby Dayton struck out on. And remember, that's only her 7th strikeout of the season, which is how good Harrison's rise ball has been. She holds up there, get the count to 1-1.
Ball. Two-one pitch. Lays off another one.
That's going to be the key for this 7th inning. For Oklahoma to come back, they absolutely have to get something in the strike zone. They have one of the higher chase rates in the SEC.
Full count.
And Harrison, as a pitcher, has the highest chase rate in the SEC. Number 1, number 3 nationally.
Would be the biggest win of the freshman's brief career. 1 down. So here comes the top of the order. Kai Minor, a double and a home run tonight with Kendall Wells on deck.
It's such a rare opportunity, too, to be able to play in a single elimination game. These players are used to playing series, right? You lose one, you have 2 chances to come back, win a series. You lose this, you're done for the tournament until the postseason.
0-2.
So it's pressure. It's pressure that Oklahoma has not seen. And for a freshman like Kai Minor, this is the first time she's been in a single elimination moment.
And it's the first time all year you're playing for a trophy that you can hoist at the end of the tournament. There's something on the line.
Fends that off.
And you see that chase. Pitch well off the plate. Almost the other batter's box.
That's that screwball that she throws so effectively to lefties.
She should not throw one anywhere near the plate right now.
Minor reaches out for it, and Ray coming on. It'll fall in front of her. Minor going to go for 2, and the stand-up double. And here comes Kendall Wells.
How perfect is this for Kendall Wells to get up right now? That 36 home runs looming, and it's been looming for a bit. It's been the longest drought of the season for Kendall Wells. Now, mind you, compared to any normal human,
yeah,
it's not a drought. But for Kendall Wells, 4 games, 20-plus at-bats, plate appearances. And she's aware of that record more than she's ever been.
Megan Grant tied the record, or tied her tonight with 36. UCLA still playing. Near the Big Ten tournament tonight. Inside corner for a strike.
That's always a question with first base open. Will they pitch to her? And that was a resounding yes.
I think you do here because you need to keep people off the base. If she goes yard.
Well, Jess, this is what you were just talking about. 4 games 22 plate appearances. 8 of those walks.
9 of the 22 walks.
Last home run was against the Dogs. Wells crushes it. Foul.
Again, just...
I think that ball exploded.
87 miles an hour.
That is the hardest hit ball already here at the SEC. You don't see it in the 80s, period. And she hit an 87, but it's foul.
It's strike number 2. Minor will take third.
If I'm Harrison, too, I'd throw that ball in the dirt. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
You could check your drawers there for a second. 87. Yeah, for a freshman. Against a freshman.
Got her. Strikes out Wells, 2 down.
And this is the changeup that Harrison had been working on. She throws the screwball in the high 60s. This she takes a little off of at 62 miles an hour. This pitch gets in on the hands. Look at the rotation on it. And Wells is out in front of it.
Presley Harrison, are you kidding me? That is so impressive.
7th strikeout of the night, and Ella Parker is the last chance for Oklahoma.
I mean, for her to just come back after that laser shot that made it to our TV trucks. Strikeout Kendall Wells.
A career high for the rookie. Ball.
Not done yet. Ella Parker, the best hitter in this lineup. It's overshadowed because of what Wells is doing in front of her.
The 1 seed has only won this tournament 9 times in 19 years. And the 1 seed in jeopardy of going home tonight in the quarterfinals. Swing and a miss. Down to their final strike. Has never pitched this many innings before at Georgia. Holding the team with the best batting average and the most home runs in the country to 1 hit, 2 hits since the 2nd inning. Parker pops it up. Digby under it at short. And the Georgia Bulldogs knock out Oklahoma, rallying from a 5-run deficit. They score 10 unanswered and move on to the semifinals in a date with Texas.
After their series with Oklahoma 2 weeks ago, all they wanted was one more game. They got mercy the first game, but this next 2 one-run games, and they said, we want Oklahoma once more. They did, and they get the dub.
Presley Harrison, freshman, getting it done. Just water in her veins, ice water in her veins, going up against this strong Oklahoma offense and shutting it down. Truly outstanding effort.
Going to Harrison out of the bullpen. And what a move by Tony Baldwin. And the Bats respond, picking her up with the 3 home runs in the 4th inning.
Look at the teammates. I mean.
And the freshman is with our Holly Rowe.
Well, that was such an incredible performance. You came into this game, the very first batter you faced, you allowed a home run. How did you lock it in that moment after that mistake to shut down one of the most powerful offenses in college softball?
Everybody in college softball is good. You got to go next pitch, and who cares what happened the one before? You got to keep moving on, and that's the way you get better.
You've never thrown this many pitches before in a Georgia uniform. How were you battling out there tonight?
This is something I've worked for since I was a little girl, and the Lord has had his hand on every step of the way. And I just couldn't be any more thankful for where I'm at, and just our coaches and teammates believing in me, and this is just such an awesome opportunity.
Late in this ball game, you're facing Kendall Wells, one of the best hitters in college softball. You throw a nasty changeup. How were you processing like what to throw to these big-time hitters, particularly in that moment with Kendall?
Kendall, I have utmost respect for her, Georgia girl, and known her for my whole life. She's a great batter, but Chelsea Wilkinson is honestly, she's a godsend. She knows what she's doing. She's been through this, and I trust everything she says. So I just execute my pitch, and that's what works.
You said you've been working for this moment since you were a little girl. Paint a picture for me of that little girl. What were you doing as a kid that has brought you here to this stage tonight?
My parents have put so much into this game, and God, honestly, that is the only thing that's got me here, and he is just so good and just hard work, and it's so rewarding to get here.
Biggest comeback in SEC tournament history. How does that feel?
Go Dogs. We're gritty, and we can beat anybody, honestly. I think one of our girls said we'll punch you in the mouth, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
Thank you, and I believe you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Go Dogs.
Wins this season over Mercer, South Alabama, Missouri State, and the Oklahoma Sooners. What a night for Presley Harrison. And the Dogs move on. They will take on Texas in our second semifinal tomorrow night. We get underway 5 Eastern on ESPN with Florida and Alabama. Thanks for being with us. SEC Now is coming your way.